Good morning, fellow treble winners. Welcome back to another video. It's Monday. It's 10 to 9 in the morning. I woke up about half an hour ago because Ruben actually wasn't too bad sleeping last night. I can't believe I'm on a video already. You know how it is. It's transfer season. We've only got, what's today's date? The 28th. We've got 2 or 3 days left of the transfer window. 3 days left of the transfer window. So, of course, things are going to be moving quickly for the treble winners. Hopefully, they will be moving quickly. Today, we're chatting about your man Matheus Nunes from Wolves, because Fabrizio, no rest for the transfer wicked, has been out this morning tweeting about potential updates and all that kind of stuff. And this is where we're at right now. Anyway, hello to anyone who's joining me already this morning. It is appreciated to all of you there. Hello to the chat to Based Kirby, which I like to think that's just about literally the pink Nintendo mascot, or not just a game of Kirby. Which one is it? No. Then Jinx is there, Jimmy James is there, Conjo, Simon, Franklin, Nadir, Andy saying good morning, Steve. Good morning to you too, mate. I hope you're all well and good. Don't forget as well, immediately at the top of this channel, you want to help support a fellow Manchester City fan and a lifelong content creator, hit that subscribe button, because I've been going bang on the videos recently. As you can probably notice, I've been doing loads of content, loads of stuff, and it will carry on throughout this season. If you want more, like this video, subscribe, support the channel. Your last name is Kirby, but you like the video game character as well. Well, that's the thing, is Kirby is a very, Kirby could be a very similar, a nice little analogy for this, because you think, why are we saying Matheus Nunes? You know, when we, he's not like an out-and-out creative midfielder, not an out number 6. Well, we've got a Kovacic who's sort of next to Rodri. He's a bit like Kirby. He can absorb Rodri's powers to an extent when Rodri needs a rest. And then we need a Kovacic replacement. And maybe it's Matheus Nunes. Maybe that's what we need here. Maybe that's what we need. Anyway, good morning from Kenya. Oh, nice, mate. Where's everyone watching from? It's always nice to know. I will jump over. Oops, I've not pressed the... 1 second, let me get the graphics on screen. Where is our man Fab? Our man Fab, there he is. Hashtag here we go. Copyright, here we go. I love that he's got... Here we go, copyright. What should my saying be? I need a saying that I can copyright, you know. Something, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. It could be anything. You give me a saying, and I'll do it. It'll be, I don't know, and I'll do it. It could be evening treble winners, morning treble winners. I don't know what it could be. Anyway. Here's what the news is. Fab says, understand that Man City are increasingly confident to get the Nunes deal done very soon after new bid revealed yesterday in excess of 60 million euros. Negotiations entering final stages after the agreement reached with Matheus on personal term days ago. He actually tweeted last night, let me find the stuff. Where's the stuff? Where's the stuff from last night? God, he always wants that bag, doesn't he, Roberto Mancini? You got to respect that, man. Saudi Arabia coach now as well. Legend. I don't know what leggy means. And last night he tweeted this saying, exclusive, City have submitted a new bid for Matheus Nunes, package around 60 million with add-ons. The club confident it can get done. Personal terms agreed days ago. City optimistic, opening 50 million plus 5 was rejected. I'm genuinely... I'm confident too. I really do. I do think this is going to get going. So Patrick's saying, look, Patrick said, how close is Nunes to the transfer target board, man? Shout out to the Blooming Risings. I've actually still got the transfer target graphic there. There we go. Look at that. I can bring him on. I can bring a little Nunes image on somewhere. Let me just try and find a Nunes image. There we go. I've got that up from last time, though I'm not sponsored by OneFootball anymore, so that can go. Where's the OneFootball logo? See you later, OneFootball. Bye-bye. I accidentally just Googled Nuns PNG instead of Nunes. Let's see if we can get this man saved. I got loads of PNGs of Nuns. I don't think I want him on the transfer target. There we go. Where is he? I'll get him on. I'll get him on the transfer target for those old. This is a throwback to those people who understand what's going on here. Matheus Nunes, where do I put him on the transfer circle? There we go. I put him. He's not all the way out there. He's not there. I put him like here. Yeah, I put him round about there, you know, on the transfer target. He's not a million miles off now, man. He's not quite bang in the centre yet, but I think he is entering the final stages. I think this is going to get done, this personally. That's where I'd put him. That's a throwback for you there. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've just got out of bed, so my hair is an absolute mess, you know. But this is what happens when you're committed to content. There you go. That's not too bad now. There we go. I need to sort it out, you know. But I do think this is going to happen. I do think there's something in this. Our resident in the know as well told me who once again, he genuinely does know these things. He said last night, as per Fabrizio Squeeze's report, appears he is indeed correct. Second bid includes 5 million add-ons, which would make it roughly 63 million in total. Wolves treating the Tommy Doyle interest as separate negotiation. So look, I think this is going to get done. I think he'll be a Manchester City player, and mainly because it shows there's Mendes behind it. Mendes behind it means there's an element of like, Mendes is not going to fumble the bag on this one. There's no way that. I remember when Sane was on that board too. Look, does anyone else remember this board? Does anyone else remember the? Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but the transfer target board's taking me back. Does anyone else remember that board? It's a classic, man. It's a classic. He is around there, you know. He is around there. Back to what I was saying. I do agree with the idea that Mendes is too good at what he does, and he's too in Wolves' pockets and too in control to not kind of get this right. I think he will get this right and get it sorted. Annoyingly, I sort of agree with Based Kirby in the chat who said Paqueta was the best of the three between Nunes and Eze. I actually agree. I think Paqueta would have been perfect. So he could play as a 10 and play as a 6. I'm gutted about that too, Base Curb, because I actually think Paqueta would have been the perfect player where you've got he's got 10 capabilities and then you've got 6 capabilities. But I do think Nunes could be a really good signing for us. I honestly believe that this guy is he's what I do think he's what we need right now, because look, you look at the game yesterday and we saw Kovacic bursting forward, didn't we? Like, Nunes to me is a younger, more attacking Kovacic. Like, I know he can play as a 6 as well, but Nunes to me is still very much a box-to-box midfielder, an 8 with the favour of going forward. Like, you watch Nunes play, he's aggressive, he's assertive, but he's also potential Bernardo replacement one day. That's the thing as a midfielder. He's got that similar box-to-box energy and similar technical excellence, where I think, like, if Nunes came in, he would allow... I think what would happen is Kovacic would go... I feel like Kovacic would go into number 6. Look at it this way. This is how I feel we play. I'm gonna try and build the team over here. Oh, it's red. It automatically comes in as red. It's shocking. Why does it come in as red? It's so annoying. It's shocking. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, blue. Always blue. The way I think it'd be is I think we'd see this a 4-2-3-1. I reckon if Rodri wasn't playing, we'd see Kovacic. No, it'd be Nunes and Kovacic. And then I think we'd see Foden once again as the 10 ahead of him. More of a classic 10. And I think we'd do that, and that would be more than enough. Kovacic can definitely play a little bit deeper because he's smart enough. And those two, Nunes and Kovacic, are easily the Rodri replacement. And to me, Nunes is probably a bigger dribbler than Paqueta, agree. But he's not, I wouldn't say he's a smarter passer. You've seen Kuna's Insta story. I haven't. What's it saying? What? As in, like, the Wolves player, Kuna. I need to find it. Let me see if I can find it myself. But I feel like at this point we have to accept that Calvin Phillips is 1 billion% not in. He's not in the plans of Guardiola. You know. What does it say? I don't. He's got an Instagram story up about Matheus Nunes, but I don't know. I can't translate that. So, I'll see if my phone can translate it. Can it? My phone, can it translate it? It can translate it. It says... Oh, it's just like saying thank you. Oh, he's just saying thank you. That's all it was. It was nothing. No one goodbye. He was just saying thank you because it was his birthday. All right, never mind. But anyway. But we do need... We do need a replacement. And I think Nunes, to me, is like, we know this isn't a panic deal because we know Guardiola, how much he rates him. Like, Guardiola's been very publicly honest about, how special he thinks Nunes is a footballer in the past when he was at Lisbon. I do think, like, Nunes coming in would sort of complete the squad. Like, when I start to build it out like this, like, Foden, to me, is clearly the number 10 now. He absolutely is. He's the number 10. And we know that Alvarez, for now, is the backup. If you look at the squad right this second without KDB, Alvarez is sort of there. You'll have Silva here, Cole here, Erling up top, of course. Oops. Damn it. And then you've got Jack. I'm just going to put Docky for now. And all of a sudden, you see the depth there. Like, you know, we'll be something like this, wouldn't we? Obviously, we've got Phillips too, and KDB will come back as well. But it's something like this, I reckon. Potentially to rest Rodri. We need to rest Rodri. We do need to rest Rodri. And we've got John Stones as well, as News with Ryan said as well. That's the thing, is we are sort of desperate. We are sort of desperate for a Rodri replacement. We just need it because it's so hard, man. It's so hard to get by without the best midfielder in the world. And like, it's definitely the end of Calvin Phillips, but it's weird. It's like it never really started. It's a really strange scenario for him. I actually agree with Dansk, by the way. Dansk said in the chat, in 3 years at City, the levels Nunes could reach are quite frightening. I actually agree. I agree that Nunes is got everything to his game. Like, I really like Nunes. And a year ago when we were linked to him, I really wanted him. He's really, really, really aggressive at dribbling. He's highly technical. He works really hard. He's a complete box-him-up midfielder. He's a good passer as well. You know, as Best Choice said in the chat as well, he's a really intelligent player. Like, to me, like, he's got everything you need to become a perfect Guardiola midfielder in the modern era. Guardiola, of course, is definitely broadened his horizons at City a little bit and understood that physicality is everything these days. And all of a sudden, Nunes just gives us that option off the bench. When you look at the bench yesterday, let me just find it from yesterday. Let me just find there's the thingy from yesterday. Here we go. You look at the bench yesterday. If you're being honest, how many of those players does Guardiola trust? You'll trust Phil Foden. Let's presume Doku for now. Let's presume Ortega. Cole. Rico. You know, there's 5 there. Maybe Sergio Gomez at max. But he's not going to play Calvin Phillips. Like, if you imagine a scenario, I'll start editing where everyone's fit now. All right, you start editing it where everyone's fit. So if we've got all these guys here, let's presume everyone's fit. So you've got Erling Alvarez up here. You've got Foden, KDB. You've got, I don't know. This will be Kov and Nunes. And this would be Rodri. And everyone's fit. You know, you got this scenario. Do you know what? I'm going to actually just build one team for now. And it's hard to put Nunes on the bench, but I'm going to do it for now. No, I'll leave Nunes off the bench for now because it's nice to see him coming in. So I'm going to start, and then I'm going to build a bench ahead of it as well. Just so we can see the depth all of a sudden that this would allow us. 1 second. I'm going to put the same defence as yesterday just for now. Not for any reason other than, no, I'll put Stones in because he's obviously going to play. Then I'll put Walker over here. Then, of course, Edison. Like, all of a sudden, it starts to get, like, let me just update that bench there. You would have, you know, you'd have Ortega. You'd have Lewis. You'd have Akanji. You'd have Ake. I mean, all of a sudden, that bench looks really good. You'd have Kovacic. I mean, it'll be Nunes on the bench for now, obviously, as well. But I'm going to put him there for now. Palmer. I've put De Bruyne because he's not listed, if that makes sense. Not because he should be on the bench. Doku and Alvarez. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, all of a sudden, look at that bench. Look at that squad quality. It's ridiculous compared to what it was. Like, the depth there is so good. Now, that is a squad, isn't it? That is a squad with a bench. Like, if we get Nunes in, all of a sudden, you've got every option. That's without Calvin Phillips on the bench, too. Which is crazy. Like, Kovacic is in the team. And, look, I'm not obviously taking him out of the team. It's just, you know, to me, all of a sudden, like, you've got a hell of a full system with options for every single scenario, you know. I put Nunes on the bench now because he deserves to be on the bench for now because he's not Kovacic, you know. Kovacic should be there. The only question is then, like, where does, like, Foden go when everyone's back? Maybe Foden goes out to the left again. Maybe he does. I don't know. De Bruyne's back, but we'll see. We've got enough there, though, and that's the thing. That's why I think they're tempted by this signing, because you've got solutions for every scenario, which is nice. You know, you need solutions, and Nunes would bring that. I don't think we'll keep playing with Haaland and Alvarez together, PL. I think as soon as De Bruyne's fit or whatever, I think Alvarez will be, unfortunately, back on the bench. But we will see. I think it's, as well, Kid Nacho said after Walker's mistake, I think he should be dropped. Like, people make mistakes, but I don't think he should be dropped. I think his reaction was fantastic. Like, I think his reaction was so good to the to the mistake, and we've got to give him credit where he deserves. Like, he did make a massive mistake, and I was fuming as well. But at the same time, his reaction to the mistake, like, he was excellent for the last 10-15 minutes. He was like a one-man wrecking ball, determined to make up, like a captain should be. So we can call him and rightfully criticise him for it. But, you know, at the same time, let's give him the credit that he deserves for the way that he turned it round. You know, because he did turn it around nicely, and he was obviously gutted to make a mistake, and I don't mind if people make a mistake as long as they rectify it. It happens for everyone, it happens for everyone. But anyway, I do think this is going to happen. I think I'm looking forward to this transfer. I can't see Mendes not getting it done. Like, he knows what he's doing, Mendes. He's a smart footballer. He's a really smart he's a really smart agent, and Nunes is a smart footballer. It's going to be a thing where it'll take a day or two, but I think Wolves have probably accepted that he's going to move on at some point. And guys, please do like the video, by the way. It's an early morning video. It'd be massively appreciated. I've got out of bed for this. And of course, I've not had any breakfast yet or my coffee as well, which is shocking stuff. So like and subscribe as well. Let's get to 68,100. It'd be massively appreciated. Don't forget as well, there is loads of content over on my channel. I've done so much stuff for the last few days. Of course, there's the thingy from last night as well, the match reaction. There is the fan view live where I chatted to like 6-7 Man City fans. It was good fun. Some content for you this morning. Of course, it's out there right now. The fan view live as well from last night. There's my new expression thumbnail. The Rodri is monstrous. He is indeed. I'll be in the 5 things learned later on today as well, by the way, of course. I've got the wife watch along, and that's a very good video as well about Doku. You should go and watch that if you haven't already. So go and give all that a watch. I'm looking forward to this sign. I mean, what it means for Calvin Phillips, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Phillips wants to go anywhere other than a big team. I mean, I think we might have to just accept. I was saying to Asan the other day, and that's coming tomorrow, by the way, that video now. I was saying to Asan the other day, I feel like we might just have to accept that Calvin Phillips, we just have to keep around on the bench because it's our problem. Like, if we've signed a man who we're not going to play, he doesn't have to go. He can hang around if he wants to, because ultimately that's our cross to bear, And I do think we'll see. I do feel. I hope we'll see movement on his potential future, but. Look, basically, he's not a cut sub. I'm just choosing the players who weren't on the team yesterday. That's all it was, mate. Kevin isn't a sub, obviously. I hate. Do you know what, as a content creator, the biggest bugbear ever is when you just choose a bunch of players just to indicate a lineup or a depth, and everyone's like, "Why is he not on the team?" You're like, "I'm not picking an 11. I'm just." Because if I put KDB there, they'd be like, "Where's Bernardo?" or "Where's Foden?" And they do it every single time. Everyone does it every single time. It's not a strongest 11. Oh, fair enough, base. But everyone does it all the time, man. They do it all the time. Though I would argue, it could be that Foden does bench De Bruyne anyway. You never know, man. You never know. It could be. MIB might be right. And I know what you mean with Dance. There's loads of content around, man. Like, the content scene is absolutely exploding. It must be a good time to be City fans, because they're all actually all right as well. There's no idiots in the City content space, which is good. So, we never know. We never know he's not going to be the same. MIB. We will see. He could be exactly the same. Like, we said it a billion times. When people wrote off De Bruyne at the start of last season, they came back and he was excellent. He never gets benched. Maybe he doesn't. Let's see how he plays. But Foden could at this point be at unplayable levels. Like, Foden's cameo yesterday was ridiculous, man. And KDB actually needs to be on the bench a bit more. I actually agree with Sean. Like, we need to use that depth. And Foden could emerge from now until January, February as the true KD. To me, Foden's the KDB successor. He was never a David Silva successor. Probably never even a Gundogan. But I think he's the future KDB successor. And I agree as well with Agasta. How many times does KDB have to prove people wrong? Exactly. Kevin's God, we're all disciples. There's never been a truer word spoken there. I absolutely agree. I'm not slagging off, your man Kev. I love Kev. He's my favourite every player. Favourite ever player. Absolutely genuinely true. But I do reckon we're close. I do reckon we're close to seeing a future where Foden is finally ready. Like, Foden couldn't really do the Gundogan thing, and he couldn't really do the David Silva thing because he's very different. But can he do the De Bruyne thing? Yeah, he can. Like, De Bruyne, an all-impact, aggressive, high-risk-taking, attacking midfielder. Foden's the same, but he's not a passer. He's more of a dribbler that way. But he's equally as creative, brilliant, potentially. So we talk about people like Wirtz, which I'd love to see at City. Actually, I think Foden is just a special talent. Like, that cameo yesterday. Absolutely, I can't wait for him to see him play right next week against Fulham. It's gonna be fascinating at home. I'm expecting a Foden masterclass next weekend. Genuinely, I think it'll be wonderful. I can't wait. I can't wait anyway. I can't wait to see how Foden develops. But that's obviously in the future. For now, obviously, Matheus Nunes, look, we are closing in on our number one target here. And I think he's a very good player. If he was the guy at the start of the season, at the start of the window that we heard that City wanted, I think we'd all be pretty happy and relaxed about it. Of course, we've just been round. We've been round the houses to an extent, you know. And it feels like a little bit like sloppy seconds, so to speak, or sloppy fourths or fifths. But Nunes is a very good player. He's a very good player. Brian asked about Rodri and Ballon d'Or. I'm going to do a video about that, actually. I'm going to start the narrative about Ballon d'Or because I've got an argument for it, and I think there's a very good shout he should be. But guys, anyway, just a quick morning video for you there. I'm going to go and have breakfast with the family now because I'm hungry, I'm tired, and I've just got out of bed. As you can see by these sleepy eyes, man. Look at these sleepy eyes. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go watch a match reaction from yesterday, man. It's good content over there, you know. For now, love you all loads. In a bit, bye-bye.